Why didn't you listen to me?
The reason why I didn't answer your calls because I'm concerned that another stalker would call me and then started threatening me for dumb reasons.
Exactly.
What's going on? Why do you both look sad? What happened?
Liam is dead. The all of us dies. Then the Lair Center will be abandoned and will look something like a ghost town, and many people would say that the Lair Center would be a tourist attraction for some reason. Alright. I was only kidding.
We really hope that this crisis won't get any worse, or the Heart Center Hospital will close down.
Oliver, are you stupid? The Heart Center Hospital can't just close down because of the crisis, and I'm also certain that Rhonda may be a stranger, just like David himself.
And we are holding a morning session and we have to build a grate for Liam that will be located in downtown Castle.
Look, I can't let you do this again, okay? You and Liam paid a $500 fine for illegally building a grave for Dexter before his official funeral could even begin. Didn't you remember that?
I really can't hesitate, so say your last words right now.
Why are you staring at me like that? I mean, don't you realize that Rhonda is trying to behave in the same way as her brother?
Oliver, can't we at least just get this over with? Rhonda is just a stranger and I'm pretty sure she won't behave more like her brother.
She does have a point, Oliver. Besides, we're pretty sure we are not going to trust Rhonda, and I already proved to her that she can't harm either one of us.
Exactly. And no matter how many times Rhonda threatens us, we don't care about her. I'm pretty sure this crisis won't end up in the exact same way as the David crisis, and if the crisis worsens, the hospital will be in danger.
That may never happen because Rhonda doesn't show any conclusive proof of guilt against us.
Absolutely. And I'm describing Rhonda as a liar and a soul loser, and if she keeps threatening us, we'll—
Excuse me, we have another patient. I just found a man, who is known as Fred Roberts, and he was shot in Bubblegum's cafe during a scrum.
Okay, let's take him to the surgery room or it's too late. Alright, let's go.
Bubblegum, what's the matter? What happened?
Finn, listen. Fred is in the hospital right now because he's been shot.
What? He's been shot? How did that happen?
Well, I don't know, but I did saw a woman pointing a gun at Fred and threatening to shoot him. But I also saw someone trying to wrestle out the weapon, but that woman shot Fred twice.
So who was that woman who shot Fred, like basically?
Well, I have no idea who that woman was, though I only do know is that her name is Rhonda, and she was, well, angry over something. Is she angry about something that she doesn't like? Marsline, don't you realize that Rhonda is David's sister? She was angry that David was killed and she got revenge on Fred by shooting him twice.
I should have known that this crazy woman was behind Fred's shooting. I mean, she should be ashamed of herself for what she did.
Exactly. And if Rhonda does something like this again, she will go to jail.
What did you say?
What I meant to say was, I hope you are going to serve your time in jail for the rest of your life for nearly killing my—
Be silent!
Alright, you know what? I had it enough of you, so say your last word.
Rhonda, no. I can't let you do this again.
Listen. I know what Bubblegum said to me. I overheard what she tried to do to me, and she is going to regret it for that. Alright, you know what, Bubblegum? I am not really going to hesitate, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop. Call the cops right now. Bubblegum has been kidnapped.
I really hope Rhonda doesn't kill Bubblegum. She's our friend and we can't let her try to harm her.
Finally, where have you two been? You've been away since a couple of days ago.
Sorry, Dad. We had to visit Dennis's house and we had to sleep there. We also brought Paul with us for a chat.
Exactly. Oh, and if you don't know who Dennis is, he's the talking horse who lives in a peaceful neighborhood and eats noisy stuff.
I see. Dennis doesn't like things that are loud and loves having some peace around here.
However, he has a little trouble with his size. He can't fit through doors, and even if he tries to smash them, he still can't fit through them, and he is only allowed to be pulled through the door, but he can't do it by himself. However, I still can fit through doors, and I always helped him pulling out of the doors, and I often visit his house each day.
Not to mention, we also noticed the floating house when we were walking on the street, and it looked bizarre.
I'm pretty sure that this was just a construction error, but it'll stay the way how it was.
Totally. Oh, and can I sleep in your house if I feel like it?
Sure, but not now. We'll sort this out in the coming days.
Well, in that case, I'm going home to get some rest, but I'll meet you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, Paul, and thanks for visiting us.
Marla, can I talk to you for just a bit?
What now? Can't you see I'm writing about the weekly review?
Just leave the book here and you'll finish writing later. Alright, head to my office for a talk.
So why did you call me here again?
Well, it's about Rhonda again. Alright, listen, don't you think that Rhonda has been committing more and more crimes recently?
What are you talking about? I mean, Rhonda is not trying to be more like David because he was already killed.
Exactly, but I just found out from the news that Rhonda has just kidnapped a woman and she was held captive somewhere in Castle Bush.
Oh God, no. Don't tell me that Rhonda has kidnapped Laura or we're doomed.
Look, Laura wasn't kidnapped, okay? She's fine, but we are not sure where she has gone. Not to mention, it is also concerning that Rhonda is trying to torture a kidnapped woman and then even killing her, and we don't know what we can do to prevent this from happening.
Alright, you know what? This makes no sense, so I'm leaving.
Don't you even think about walking away from me, Marla. We haven't finished discussing this crime that's been happening in Castlebush, so you have to sit down and listen to what I'm saying. Marla, get back here right now. I warned you not to walk away from me, so get back here. Now.
Why did you send me here?
Listen. This is exactly what will happen if you mess with me. I hope this teaches you a lesson from threatening to send me behind bars.
But you were responsible for shooting Fred and now he's in the hospital because of you. And I'm pretty sure your parents will be angry at you for what you've done. Think about it, Rhonda. I love Fred and I never argued with him, although I only did that once.
Oh my God, what do you mean you love Fred? I mean, don't you realize that he is a murderer for what he did to my brother?
Please don't call Fred like that. He is not a murderer for what he did to your brother, and I deny the fact that he's a criminal for what he has done. Please, Rhonda, just get me out of here and I want to—
I forbid you to get away from me without permission, do you understand? You're staying here until you die. All right, drink this.
Look, Rhonda, why are you trying to do this to me? I mean, why are you trying to poison me with this drink? I am not going to drink that because it's poisonous and I don't want to drink it.
Do what I say or you're gonna get it. If you think about trying to mess with me, I'm gonna tell your boyfriend that you will no longer live, so—
Ow! Ow, my face!
F. Gab. What have you done?
No, it's behind! It's taking me from
God. Gab. Get back here right now, you bitch.
Finally, Dad, where have you been?
Sorry, André, I just had to talk with Alan about Liam's death, and I'm also planning to build a grave for him in downtown Castlebush.
Seriously, Dad? But you and Liam already paid the $500 fine for illegally building Dexter's grave before the official funeral could begin, so why are you doing this?
Listen, I already cancelled that plan because I don't want to face another fine, so that's why I went against the idea. However, we are still mourning for Liam and we don't know what to do now.
Dad, it's all right. We'll think of something later, and we have to do something to stop Finn or we're doomed.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
Can you introduce me as Ryan?
So, what brings you here, Ryan? And what do you want?
I only came to talk with the both of you about Finn. I'm also Liam's brother, and I was adopted by my father since he didn't have a wife.
So does that mean that you are actually going to live with us? Right?
Well, yes, but there is no time to explain because we have to talk about Finn. I only came to help you two stopping Finn, and we have to kill him. I'll promise that the plan will be greenlit, and we can take over Castle Bush once and for all.
Wow, that's great. We are pretty sure that this plan will work this time.
Well, I'm pretty sure it will.
So, any news on Bubblegum yet?
Well, I don't know any info about her yet, but I'm still waiting for a police officer to arrive so she could inform us about the situation.
I knew Rhonda wasn't supposed to kidnap Bubblegum. I mean, she would have gone to jail for what she did.
Well, that's exactly what happened. Bubblegum threatened Rhonda and she kidnapped her in response.
But will Bubblegum ever be rescued for once?
Well, we'll hope so. Bubblegum is our friend and we don't want her to die.
And what happens if she dies? Are we going to mourn for her just so we could never forget her?
Look, can't we at least just get this over with? Bubblegum will be fine and we'll hope that Rhonda doesn't kill her because, if she does, we're—
Apologies for the interruption. I only came to inform you about Bubblegum.
And? How is Bubblegum doing?
Well, I just found her hiding in a tree in a forest and she's alive and doing okay. Fortunately, she did not sustain any injuries and she managed to escape her ordeal by herself, according to Bubblegum.
Oh, thank God. I mean, we thought Rhonda would kill Bubblegum in the last second.
However, we failed to arrest Rhonda because she fled somewhere in Castle Bush, but we are not sure where she was hiding. We later launched an operation to track down the suspect, and we are working with everything we could to arrest Rhonda as best as we possibly could. Bubblegum is expected to return now.
Bubblegum. Thank goodness you are alive. Are you all right?
I guess so. I mean, I thought that Rhonda would poison me to death, but I poisoned her in revenge.
It's all right, Bubblegum. At least you returned home and hopefully something like this won't happen to you again.